What's up, y'all? It's BRG. I'm going to start another regime. I haven't played Tropico 6 in a while, so here we are. Also, shout out to the homies in the West Bank who are currently fighting against one of the most major Zionist incursions into their beautiful land in quite a while. So, may your guns and missiles fire straight and true. It's not just about Gaza. The Zionists want all of Palestine for their nefarious ends. Also, this is 5 hours of Palestinian communist music. Pretty based. If you like Dabka beats, then this is the stream for you. And yes, I'm also going to be answering more of your stupid questions. Oh, got a nice little Mayan ruin here. Good evening. You all are always so polite. May my fan base never be toxic. This is Tropico 6. It's like a basically you play as a dictator of a Caribbean island. Of course, being a communist, we don't have dictators. So the commissar of the Tropican Communist Party. This is not Civ. No, Civ looks entirely different. Why would you think this is Civ? I guess part of the stream's title is true. I am going to be answering all of you all stupid questions, like how do you confuse Tropico with Civ? I did. Looks dope. Oh, it's good to see I'm somebody's favorite leftist streamer. You either love me or you hate me. Your position on BRG determines your utility to the revolution. Let's grow tobacco to give all the white people cancer. The hottest communist? Who is the hottest communist? That would be me. Is it possible that the U.S. turns to civil war after the elections? Uh, no, civil war is something that like just pop up. They generally tend to have a very long, like slow burn period. I would say that we've been in a low intensity civil war for decades. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm always informative, not just a pretty face for you to stare at. I am the number one frat boy Maoist, except I actually am not in a fraternity. I just dress like I am. I suppose it would be nice to have some houses for these poor fuckers that live under my regime. I'm going to build you some bunk houses. There aren't many good leftist streamers where you have to consider like how much money you have to spend to get into this shit. Like this fucking computer cost me 5 grand. So yeah, it's definitely a class gatekeeping thing. The drip. I'm just sitting here in a fucking Public Enemy t-shirt. Like I have no reason. I'm not going anywhere. I have no reason to put nice clothes on. I do dress effortlessly though. Like as long as you're color coordinated, you're good. And no, I don't mean like wear everything in the same fucking color. Like your shit has to actually like mesh with what you're wearing. Palestinians make beats like black people. Like I love their music. You want me to become a fucking fashion streamer? That's kind of bourgeois. Fuck the crown. Drunkenness is a sin against both Marx and man, but I suppose I will allow you all to have your fucking liquor. Why not? Tito was rather bourgeois when it came to fashion. The dude, Tito was probably one of the best dressed communists. Like it's those white fucking suits. The white suits did it for me. But yeah, he had access to imports from the West. Hacha did not. That's why he still dressed like he was in fucking 1935. There is no game audio. Hopefully, you can hear the Palestinian communist Dabka beats in the background, though. I muted it so that I could listen to Palestinian music in commemoration of the comrades in the West Bank. It is Tropico, yes. You can hear the other stuff I'm playing, right? Excellent. That's how I want it to be. All is as it should be. The regime soldiers on as it should. Ah, fuck. No, being well dressed is not anti-socialist. Anybody that tells you is a fascist. That's good. My voice is the only thing that matters. I think, because I'm sharing a different window, that's probably why you can hear it. Anyways, I can hear it. That's all that matters. I'm not trading with you, you ugly white fuck. Fuck off. I haven't even thought about Jason Unruhe. I haven't thought about Jason Unruhe in like since like 2017. He hit me up on Twitter and it was like, I've never hated you. Why do you hate me, BRG? And I'm like, bruh, because you're fucking weird. Like, there's too many weird ass white people on the left. That's why we have so many problems. That's why nobody takes us seriously. Like, just be fucking and okay. I'm not one of those like, oh, be normal leftists, because there really is no such thing as normal, even among the working class. Like, everybody has their own little quirks, everybody has their own little weird shit going on. But like, don't intentionally go out to antagonize and be weird. And by be weird, I mean like say stupid shit. Like some you have the MAGA communists who think that women should be barefoot, perpetually pregnant, and in the kitchen. Like that doesn't make any like why would you advocate for shit like that in the year of our Lord 2024? I do love Anna Louise Strong. At what point in the game when we get rid of the imperialists? After I establish a very strong military and actually have the capacity to unseat the imperialists, then we move into the World War era. I mean, 9/11 was the consequence of the US meddling all over the world, but like making jokes about it, like, okay, I get it. Okay. Like, I get it. Especially if you're not American, especially if you're from the Middle East. But like, average fucking people died on 9/11 too. I don't think people whose relatives were killed in that shit like would appreciate you being going around calling yourself a communist, because now people are going to like be like, oh, communist support what happened on 9/11. Like, you have to consider the type of people you're talking to. You have to consider when it's time to play and when it's time not to play. Communists think that it's time to play all the time, most of us, and that's why we generally haven't gotten any leeway amongst the American population. I think we're a bunch of weirdos and sociopaths. If Jason and Ruhe introduced you to communism, you spend way too much time on the internet, my friend. Like, I came to communism through reading books. It wasn't a streamer or um, some internet weirdo that introduced me to communism. It was the conditions of being black in America. Like, my grandmother picked fucking cotton. That kind of influenced my position on these types of questions. But we do live in the internet age, so it is kind of expected for people to be turned into communists by, at least in part, by experiences and people that listen to on the internet. But it's much better to study. Fuck off. Hakeem's not a bad guy, even though I disagree with them on many, many things. A lot of people don't like understand that like most of Hakeem's stuff that I've like heard, it's relatively nuanced. Like I don't know why people portray him as some insane tanky or something. Like he's actually not the worst that I've heard. Like there are far far worse people that are public communists on the internet. I don't know. Some people just get off on being permanent haters, I guess. Do I see Hakeem becoming increasingly sympathetic to MLM positions? I mean, yeah, like people develop, streamers, even video essayists, like people develop. Nobody exists in a vacuum. And I think Hakeem is smart enough to develop um, once he studies a lot more and analyzes the things that are going on in the world. Yeah, I see him becoming a Maoist. Like generally, people don't understand what Maoism is, and once they do, they tend to think it's pretty cool. It explains why China is like it is. It explains why Russia is doing what it's doing. It explains why there hasn't been a revolution in the United States yet. So, at the very least, the organizing principles that are inherent to Maoism, a lot of people like people in DSA, they fuck with the mass line because it makes sense. Yeah, Hakeem's a good guy. Like most people that do stuff like this, they're good people. It's just that their fan base and the people that uncritically stand them, they tend to be absolutely insufferable people. Shit, I've got insufferable fans. I've got people who think that I literally can say nothing wrong. I say wrong shit like at least once a week that I end up self criticizing or changing my position on. Not your old sport. Fuck off, you dithering old cracker. But yeah. I think that the main one of the main skills in being a communist is to like take that dialectical materialism shit seriously. Realize that everything is constantly changing, nothing stays the same. Otherwise, you're going to be a caricature. You're going to be a joke. And there's already enough clowns running around calling themselves communists. We don't need any more. BRG is always wrong. Be dialectical. No, why not? If that's the conclusion that you drew, then yeah, maybe I am always wrong. I mean, I am a grown man sitting here playing a fucking video game and shooting the shit. I guess that's what people call entertainment these days. Yeah, fuck it. It makes me like $50 a month. That's another thing. Like people think that as soon as like you get a Twitch channel, you automatically are going to become rich. Like, no. I have a book list. You should read it. Especially for black people, like it's hard to break into streaming. Like people think that all you can do is sit in front of a computer all day. Like, no. Like I think Hassan said that like it's an immense amount of emotional labor. Like everything you say is scrutinized under a fucking microphone. Under a fucking microscope, rather. Well, I guess it can be under a microphone. It's like this is not fucking easy stuff. Is it easier than fucking picking cotton like my grandparents did? Definitely. But yeah. And I don't even do this shit full time. I have another job. Otherwise, I'd have starved to death years ago. But yeah. And no, there is nothing wrong with video games. Dixieland and the Proletariat is good. I love Nelson. Please don't tell me you dumb motherfuckers have fished out the ocean already. How do you fish out an ocean? Yeah, the parasociality. That's pretty wild. Like, I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of you people. Like, yeah, it's cool if you like what I do. It's cool if you like the shit that I say, but like, don't unless I know you personally, like, we're not fucking friends, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, they develop immense, ridiculous parasocial attachments to people that they only know through the internet. And then, like, when they say something wrong, their whole fucking worldview is fucked up. Like, you shouldn't have. That's not how you relate to people. It's like those people that stalk celebrities. Like in South Korea, I don't know the Korean name for them, but like, there's a bunch of people who like are ridiculously obsessed with these Korean boy bands, these Korean rappers, and they stalk these people. They follow them all around, and they like a lot of these people have had to retire or vanish from the public eye because these people are being fucking weird. Like, it's cool if you're entertained by me. It's cool if you're entertained by other people, but like, don't like allow people to have their personal lives. Let's look at some statistics. Okay, so we've got 121 people homeless, 60 people unemployed. Let's fix that. Nobody's homeless in BRG's island. And yeah, I highly recommend Foreign Languages Press. Every book that they sell, they also have a free PDF version of. I highly recommend buying their books so that they can continue to do what they do. But if you're like doing a book club or something or a study group, which you should be doing, they have free PDFs. I really like that book on the communist resistance in Germany. Well, it's not their book; they're just selling it. But T. Durbin, one of the few remaining proletarian revolutionary military theoreticians, he wrote a really, really good book about the German communist resistance that I think will be. Good evening, bald red guard. Oh, thank you. Excuse me while I go into a corner and open my wrists. You were at Howard Zine when you were in AP US history in high school? No, your teacher must have been a communist, or at least a social democrat. Ooh, look at that money flowing. The productive forces are being thoroughly developed. Let's get rid of all these fucking slum houses right in front of my palace. No slums in Tropico. Why do people ask me about that fucking thing like every fucking time I go live? What happened to my "So Your Family Suffered from Communism" video? I deleted it. It's never coming back. Like, that was 2 laptops ago, bro. Forget about it. It's never coming back. I guess that was the video that made me somewhat semi-internet famous. I shouldn't have deleted it. Well, that's a sign that I really don't give a shit about fame, I guess. Well, that and the swing set. I actually didn't do that. Like, if first of all, they tried to characterize it as a mortar. Like, bro, if I'd used a mortar, theoretically, you would no longer have a house. White people are just so fucking. What's the word I'm trying to use? Over dramatic. Where is a black man in the United States going to get a mortar? Sometimes swing sets do just do that. Like, have you considered the possibility of a spontaneous swing set explosion? Yes, those were just straight racists. Honestly, I'm glad I don't live in that fucking neighborhood anymore. Like, what black man, 30 years old, 20 years old, has any business living in a neighborhood like that? What black person what black person period has any business living in a neighborhood like that? Like, what is the pool? What is the draw? Like, we're urban people. I want to live somewhere where I can pick up a hip hop station. It is funny though when people go to that like old white Karens, aka the people who actually watch that stupid show in the first place. Like they go to that video and it's entirely full of communists. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Where is my fucking coconut harvester? If you fuckers let me get replaced. But you know, military people do read. They do read communist military theoreticians and philosophers. It's a know your enemy type deal. Opinion on anarcho syndicalism. It's all right. I know quite a few ANCOMs. Lovely people. I think they're misguided and naive. Like, I don't think that the United States is going to be toppled by a general strike, but they're good people. They've never done anything to me. Like, if you have never like done anything bad to me or people that I care about, I have a very laissez-faire, live and let live relationship to other left tendencies. Like, I generally don't give a fuck what you believe or what you do. As long as you're not fascist, as long as you're not trying to smuggle fascism into the movement, as long as you're not hurting black people, yeah, believe whatever you want. Like, there's never been a revolution in an imperialist country in the modern era. So, like, we're all starting from ground zero here. So, who am I to say what works and what doesn't work? That's my take on the whole situation. Like, I literally do not care. You want to be a Trotskyite and synth? What? I don't care. There's far better things for me to spend my time worrying about. Oh, what's up, outer room? Fuck off. You know what? I think I might need a little bit of time so I don't get replaced. I'll give you your fucking trade route. You want some fucking bananas? There you go. What happened in Sri Lanka? Of course, the revolutionary strata of society is growing slowly. I don't have a newspaper. Oh, let's see what's going on in Sri Lanka. The leader of the largest communist party, which is the second most popular party, openly states that he's not going to prosecute people accused of genocidal war crimes against the Tamils. Yeah, I remember when you hopped on my stream. And we talked about like I actually got a crash course in Sri Lankan politics of the latter half of the 20th and 21st century. Really appreciate you doing that. But yeah, apparently communists in Sri Lanka suck. Like they're basically pro genociders. So it's kind of shitty. They sound a bit like Israelis. I hope sincerely that your people realize the self determination that they've been struggling for the past centuries or so. Communists have consistently sided with the Nazis in Sri Lanka. That's fucking horrible, man. Free Islam indeed. Yeah, I knew absolutely shit about Sri Lanka until Arun took the liberty to come on my stream a couple months ago and give me a crash course education. It's always good to learn how even though we're different, we're pretty much all the same oppressed people. In other words, they are not communists. You're very right, Binox space theorist. You all have the most amusing names. All right, so my economy is chugging along right nicely. All right, y'all are gonna have to stop eating bananas for a little bit so I can keep the white people happy. Such is what happens when you're a colonial governor. Don't worry, we can return to Banan after I get these Brits off my back. Basically, the British, the people that have colonized Tropico, they want you to send them things at a very, very cheap price. Otherwise, they will remove you as governor. So they want my bananas. Yeah, it is. It sucks that Arjun didn't make it to the YDSA committee. It was a very, very crowded field, though, and he had a very, very good showing from what I saw. It's okay. Better luck next time. I've got a year left in office. Where are the fucking bananas, you lazy, stupid fucking Teamsters? Just like in real life. I hate Teamsters. I'm joking. Don't send fucking that bald asshole SOB after me. I did not see where Infrahaz yelled at the DoorDash delivery person on stream. Why would he do that? Well, I know why, because he's fucking insane. Like, I don't know why people take these crazy motherfuckers seriously, but they're entertaining. I guess that's why. All right, so I'm gonna have to restart because I fucked something up and I irritated the crowd and they were getting ready to replace me. So, oh well. You have been perusing through the Black Liberation Army Study Guide. It is very good. Oh, here's an actually decent question. Hold on, let me pause this. You have a very low opinion of the Shining Path. Well, smart people know it's Partido Comunista de Peru, Communist Party of Peru. You have a very low opinion of the Shining Path, but in your opinion, is there anything good that can be said about them? Did they actually contribute anything to Maoism? Well, a lot of people say that they actually synthesized Maoism. And by synthesize, I mean like they put their heads together and they actually developed the bare bones of what you can call Maoism. Of course, I kind of disagree because I think that pride of place would go to the Communist Party of the Philippines or the Indians. Like they were basically working at this shit 20 years before Gonzalo and the PCP popped off. But during the Fukuyamist end of history whole deal, um, the Communist Party of Peru does deserve credit and clout for actually for like actually raising the red flag when everybody thought that communism was basically kaput and done for. So I do think they deserve their flowers. I just don't think that they're like the um I don't think that we need to listen to everything they did because obviously they lost. Sorry, Gonzaloites, but they lost. So we can learn a lot, mostly bad, from what happened down there. But they did almost win. Did you guys know that? Yeah. Like if Gonzalo hadn't been captured militarily, they were for the win. So that's something we should also pay attention to. Like their strategy was almost successful. Maybe I'm going to do a whole stream on the Shining Path one day because apparently it interests a lot of people. Or maybe Bandit Bernardo will show up and say that I support the boiling of children. No, I'm not going to bring Bandit Bernardo on my show. That guy's like he's like Loki. Like when he's good, he's really, really good. But when he's bad, he's absolute fucking ass. No, I will not. I will not suffer bad empanada on my no. Absolutely not. Now, if he invites me on his where I can mock him, then sure. But like, no, I will not sully my reputation by cavorting with weird. Why is every like well known Greek person from Australia fucking weird? Like Drew Pavlo, um, Bana Banata. He's a Greek Australian. Like, what is it with these people? Why can't you people be normal? Like, what would Constantine the Ninth say? You are not of his blood. My quick wit and charming personality. Well, I certainly have a quick wit. I would not say I have a charming personality, but you know, I have no say over how I'm perceived. I'm still shocked that the comrade from Connecticut, Abdul, called me sweetheart the other day. Like, bro, my boyfriend doesn't even call me that. Sweetheart. I'm not sweet and I have no heart. Why would I learn, bruh? A black dude walking around speaking Macedonian. What impression would I give? There's what like there's like 15 black people in your whole country, and all of them play basketball. There, loose load limit. If these fucking Teamsters don't do their job, I'm going to execute all of them. A Teamster is basically a laborer that moves things, a truck driver, somebody like that. That's how I can tell you're not in the working class. You don't know what a Teamster is. I'm not the Maoist Jimmy Hoffa. I'm not stupid enough to lend money to the mob and then tell them to fuck off. Ugh, no. I like living too much. I haven't lived long enough yet. They killed Jimmy Hoffa and they threw him in a garbage incinerator. The Irishman taught me this. I believe Frank Sheeran. No, he's ashes at the bottom of whatever lake is by Detroit. Should build my bar right next to the church. What do I think is an Area 51? It's a weapons testing facility. They probably got some pretty shisty shit there. I don't know. Look, do you want somebody to come here and blow my fucking head off? Is that what you want? Is that what you desire for Black Redguard? I think that's what you all want. You all want some entertainment in your miserable lives. So you want the U.S. government to come here and assassinate me? Fuck you. Let's get some industry going because my country is not going to be a fucking cash crop slave pit. Shut up. God, these people are so annoying. Vive la revolution! Major General Siad Barre was very weird. Most dictators are very weird. I did see that. DSA is part of a march that within our lifetime is going on Labor Day. Definitely hope it is the beginning of a working relationship between within our lifetime and DSA. Yeah, that's something that needs to have been in the offing for like months. Except DSA fucked a lot of shit up. They clung to Jamal Bowman now that he's lost his seat, and they also allow AOC to run amok and say whatever stupid shit comes to her pea brain. So yeah, really looking forward to increased coalition work and the development of a more fruitful relationship between our radical Palestinian colleagues and DSA. Because there can be no revolution without that. Apparently, North Korea had close ideological similarities with China in the 60s. No, they didn't. During the Cultural Revolution, the North Koreans, they attacked the Chinese embassy and they considered Mao Zedong to be insane for stirring up the masses. There were no ideological similarities with China. And this goes all the way back to the 50s. Even back then during the Korean War, Mao thought that Kim Il Sung was nuts. Red Guards did call Kim Il Sung a fat revisionist. Do you remember that? I'm probably the one that taught you that. You want a fucking circus? Here you go. Got to keep the revolutionaries happy if you want an independent country, because revolutionaries give you your independence. Thoughts on Pol Pot? Why would you ask me such a stupid fucking question? Well, I guess I do say, like, right in the stream title, I answer all your stupid fucking questions. But yeah, fuck Pol Pot. He was a fascist dictator. He's a fascist dictator. Communists don't kill 2/3 of our country's population. That's flat out evil bullshit. The People's Revolutionary Circus, vital in the fight against the Crown of Britain. If I can't be a clown, it's not my revolution. Should Maoists contest elections? Honestly, yes. Let me pause this. It was the bombings, along with the fact that Pol Pot emptied out the city and made everybody fucking farmers. Anyways, should Maoists contest elections? Not as the only way to revolution, but as part of a revolutionary strategy. Example would be the Bolsheviks being elected to the Russian Constituent Assembly in 1917. So the way that things are done in the United States, we don't have a Constituent Assembly. Okay, we have a dictatorship of two bourgeois parties, neither of which give a fuck about ordinary people. That's why I'm a big supporter of DSA making a clean break with the Democrats and actually setting up and organizing our own party so that we can actually contest these elections on our own ballot line. A lot of people are trying to strategically use the Democrat ballot line to build power for the working class. It's not going to work. So, yes, I believe that Maoists, communists, socialists, whatever you want to call us, should participate in elections as long as the people see them as valid representations and ways of exercising power. Of course, as Maoists, we believe that elections in the United States are nothing more than a pressure valve to satiate the anger of the masses. But as long as the people believe in these things, then yes, we should participate in them. Would a popular front of communists, socialists, and Greens work? It depends on the communists, it depends on the socialists, and it depends on the Greens. Like, all of this depends on the quality of the parties in question. Now, back to the game. We're making rum. We're making planks. Nice little basic industry. And we're pulling fish out of the ocean. Clean break. Like, one of the major reasons why radicals do not fuck with DSA is because we're still up the Democratic Party's ass. Like, it's unacceptable. Like, what exactly do we get out of working with the Democrats besides a headache and a bunch of stupid shit that we consistently have to explain? Like, I'm tired of explaining shit to regular ass people. Why do you guys still work with the Democrats if you guys are socialists? Like, that's a stupid question that I have to constantly keep answering because fellow radicals don't understand why we still want to remain chained to this no good ass party that really doesn't give. I mean, they love DSA's free labor. They love DSA's free labor, but they hate us and they hate our politics. Like, no, let's cut the people, cut them fucking loose. It's like being in an abusive relationship. Like, you keep going back over and over and over and over again to get insulted and get cursed out. Like, something's got to give. Eventually, got to get sick of that shit. Thankfully, I think a lot more people in DSA are getting sicker and sicker every time Kamala Harris opens her fucking mouth. We went to school together. I do. Your name is Cam. We went to school together. Glad to see you're doing well. Okay. Uh, High school or university? I went to school with a lot of people named Cam, bro. Becker? Holy shit. What the fuck are you doing here? Well, that's a chance meeting. How you been, buddy? I guess we don't need to have high school reunions anymore. People just stagger into my fucking Twitch. Yeah, you sat next to me in business class. I remember. That bitch, what was her name? Freiberg, whatever. She thought I stole money from the little project we were doing. Yeah, I remember you, Cam. Well, isn't that fucking cute? Yes, I went to high school. You kind of have to go to high school in the United States. Otherwise, your parents get in trouble. So, how did you find out about my stream, Cam? Oh my God. This is hilarious. I never expected to have a high school reunion in Twitch chat, but yeah. Yes, high school is mandatory in the US. Like, they will literally lock your parents the fuck up. They used to have truant officers that would like come and get you. But yeah, you have to go to school in the United States. You watched a few videos on YouTube and you were recommending my channel. It is indeed a very small world out here. My God. Well, I guess now you see how far I've come since high school. I'm a grown man talking about Maoism and playing video games to an audience of Zoomers. Oh, well, there's worse things I could be doing. Why do black Hebrew Israelites dress like Power Rangers? I don't know. I'm not a black Hebrew Israelite. Why are white people so obsessed with with those fucking people? Like they're a cult. They're no different than the Mormons. Like white people have their weird, wacky cults too. You too, Cam. See you. Oh, really? Nahid Ahmed is not white. Who could have thought? Who would have thought? Actually, Arabs in the United States are technically by the U.S. Census considered white. It's like they realize that their population is declining, so they have to let in all types of weird people who would not be considered white 100 years ago. Oh my God! Imagine a black Hebrew Israelite with a British accent. Imagine a black Hebrew Israelite with a British accent. You white devils, let us from our land. Why are you shocking up and having sex with the white cave beast? And then they do that Jamaican kiss their teeth thing. Why do Jamaicans do that? Like, but with the bomber clout, you fucking with the white picnic, your picnic gonna be mixed and all that. That is funny. That is really, really funny. Now I'm going to go to sleep dreaming of black Hebrew Israelites with fucking Brixton accents. You got to separate yourself from the white devil, bro. That is the worst British accent you've ever heard so far. Yeah, the revolutionaries have their fucking circus. Brits can do really, really good American accents, but Americans generally do shit British accents. Why is that? Why won't any national state give Iran nukes? Why would anybody give anybody anything? What do you mean give Iran nukes? Nobody gives anybody anything. You love mustard. Okay. I like mustard too. That's up to the Scottish Maoists. How many Maoists are even in Scotland? Like 5? I think they were Scottish Maoists. I think they were called Jacobites. Who the fuck is texting me? I hate having friends. Stop fucking texting me. Fuck. Signal group chats. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No, not Cam. Oh, wow. An Indian likes Snoop Dogg. In other news, water is wet. You're from Birmingham, Nahid? Why are there so many Brits in my fucking stream? This is an American only stream. Go away. I'm still dying. In this D-Day book that I'm reading, you all actually got in trouble with the Americans because we didn't like the fact that you all took a break. Like, you all would stop in the middle of a fight to drink some tea. Like, you all would literally brew up in the middle of a fucking field while being shot at by the Germans. And it's hilarious. I think it's cute that you guys still call yourselves Yugoslavs. Yeah, Balkans and Brits. That's going to be the foundation of my people's army. Balkans and British weirdos. You come to fight for Black Red God, bruv. He's going to restore our colony to us. Did they have those race riots in Birmingham that a month ago? Apparently, I've got a lot of buddies in Britain. Mr. Worldwide. Suck it, Pitbull. Birmingham is where Peaky Blinders is set. See, I am cultured. I do know things about the UK. They're like that in the United States. Like, they don't come to where black people live. They only do their little bullshit games in gentrified white areas. Because they know that if they come to where we are, then they'll be fucked. Feisty little colony, aren't we? Goddamn right, bitch. Why don't you like Peaky Blinders, Nahid? What do y'all think I should have for dinner? I'm going to let my chat choose my dinner. But actually, I'm not. Actually, I'm not going to let you all choose my dinner because it's probably going to be something horrible. And you all are going to want me to eat it on stream and throw up or do something else funny. Oh, yeah. Very, very anti-communist. But what do you expect? Tacos, burek, goulash. This is St. Louis, not Sarajevo. It might as well be Sarajevo. There are a shitload of Bosnians here. I don't think any of the Bosnian places deliver, though. I just built you a chapel. I guess I'll build you another one. We do have Bosnians here. I don't think any of their restaurants deliver, though. That's the problem. There's a really, really good one. It's called Gerbich. Go eat some Chinese food then. Sardinian special cheese. Bro, I saw that worm cheese, katsumarzu. That is so disgusting. And like to actually be a real connoisseur of the katsumarzu, you have to eat it with the larva, like the little maggot worms in it. Otherwise, you're a fake consumer. That is so fucking gross. Thoughts on the DNC protests? There have been lots of combos online. Honestly, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to backseat quarterback. But yeah, there's a lot of shit that, just like in any big protest, there's a lot of shit that shouldn't have happened that did happen. But again, I'm not an armchair quarterback. I wasn't there. So I think it's respectful to the people that actually did go there and face down the cops that I refrain from engaging in criticism after the fact. Somebody mentioned the Sardinian cheese. They basically let the cheese rot until it gets maggots in it, and then they eat that shit. And then some people, they cut the cheese and they put it in a bag, a big ass brown bag, and they shake it to suffocate the worms. But to actually be like a real consumer of this filth, you have to actually eat the worms. I ain't eating no fucking worms. I understand if that's part of your culture or whatever, but that's not part of my culture. I don't do that. But anybody is free to consume whatever filth they want. You've never eaten a cricket, Mark? If you don't eat a cricket, you're a no sabo. Tú eres un no sabo, compañero. Tú eres un gavachero. A Mexican that doesn't speak Spanish. I think it means I don't understand. Yeah, it means I don't understand. Fuck it, I'm ordering hamburgers. Why not? I could do with a heart attack. Sometimes. He just said his grandmother would kill him if he didn't speak Spanish. I got a little hint of a Mississippi accent because of my grandmother. That's what like why that's why sometimes I say like during instead of doing. It's country as hell. Ah, the Brits are invading. Thankfully, me being the good Maoist I am, I took care to build up a very strong military. I wish we had artillery to just shoot the motherfuckers down. What is this? What types of ships are those? Those are barges. Come on, come on. Get your ass whooped. I just sent 4 squads of guys. Let's watch them fight. My boys flanking them from the left here. Yeah, they're cooked. And by them, I mean the Brits. Where's the rest of you? All done. You can have an aircraft carrier in this game. You can't like have a whole ass navy, but you can have an aircraft carrier. All right, so we're in the, I guess in Civ this would be the industrial age, but yeah, you can do a lot more shit, and you're independent, so you don't have to keep kissing British ass. All right, so economy is on pretty firm foundations. Let's keep it that way. I'm going to build a cigar factory to use as tobacco, and I'm going to build us a shipyard to make boats. Everybody should develop their own boats. See, my theory of socialist economic development is the less you have to rely on foreign powers, even if they are socialist, the better. It's always good to have your own shit. You don't have to ask anybody for anything, and you don't have to have people calling in favors or coming in snatching up all your resources because they did something for you a dog's age ago. See, BRG is very smart. BRG knows how to economics. And we also need to build better houses for our people because in the modern age, we don't need people living in fucking flop houses and shacks. Let's build some nice apartments for the masses. They keep the whole island running. It's only just they have decent places to live. I'm also very, very humble. I can't believe there's 575 of you motherfuckers out here watching me play Tropico. I love the internet. Cigarros La Llama. Llama cigars. Yummy. Why isn't BRG creating a reserve army of labor? I don't know. Why aren't you out producing a bunch of beautiful Macedonian children? Tend to your own affairs, and I'll tend to mine. Stop speaking weird languages in my chat. The fuck is Zajebote? I don't trade with Nazis. Go away. Go away. I don't trade with Nazis. It's bad enough I got to trade with the Brits and Americans. I don't got to do shit but stay black and die, Penultimo. Oh, yeah. You want a fire department because for some reason your Tropicans love setting things on fire. Well, look at who they're governed by, I guess. But Presidente, you like setting things on fire too. I don't know who that is. Getulio Vargas. Was that one of those Brazilian dictators or something? Would I go on a deprogram if asked? Sure. They seem like a pretty chill group of guys. Oh, we're running out of logs. I'm not as dumb as I thought I was. Good. 0 unemployed people and only 2 homeless people. Socialism has been achieved. We are making cigars. We're making ron. We're making planks. We're making leather. We're making boats. Oh dear. Let's build a high school. Tropicans cannot be dumb. They're led by the magnificent, the genius Black Red Guard. You guys need to go live in these apartments. What the fuck did I build them for? Oh, hello, Embassy of North Korea, Ohio. Yeah, I'll trade with you guys. You're fighting the Nazis. Why not? What do the Allies want? Meat that I can give. Oh, you want me to buy your shit? Uh, what can I buy from the Allies that I'm not already producing myself? What use do I have for any of your trifling stolen goods? Import cigars. We're already making cigars. Fuck you. Let us know when you need an island base. You'll come back crawling and crying. Tropico can make its own superior Tropican opium. We need nothing from the Brits. I've never had any problems with it. Fuck off, you shitty comprador. No, foreign invasions and rebel coups are a problem in this game. This game doesn't really aim for realism, in case you haven't noticed. What do I know about the Red Guards US? They were pretty cultish. I was actually their number one enemy. They called me the Trotsky of the American Maoist movement. And like they put flyers by my old house with pictures of me on it, saying that I was a gentrifier and all sorts of other horrible stuff. I'm really, really glad that they finally collapsed. But yeah, they were an albatross around the neck of the American Revolutionary Movement for like 3 or 4 years. They would literally stalk you from event to event if they didn't like you. They left they left the coffin with a dead rat in it on my one of my comrades' front porches. And like they all types of weird shit, man. Fuck the Red Guards US. It's because Tropico is the North Korea of the Caribbean. That's why I haven't been attacked yet. They can't match my freak and they know it. And yes, it is insane. The Red Guards in the United States were just that insane. That's why I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with them anymore. Me and many, many other comrades who are good Maoists. Let's get some textiles going. I've already got my people picking cotton. Let's manufacture some nice clothes, nice warm wool sweaters in tropical heat. Yes, they were. Pretty much all of the Red Guards were of a pale complexion. That's the only type of people that would join something stupid like that. Somebody white that was looking for um something to give them meaning in their pitiful little lives, I guess. They're a bunch of weirdos and not around anymore, thankfully. So, welcome. Built up a nice little town here. Very colorful. Much wow. So, the capital of socialist Tropico looks very nice. Looks sort of vaguely African. Like this could be Cape Verde or something. Yeah, I have heard of the Japanese Red Army. I've also heard of the United Red Army, which didn't end all that well. Where's my other Teamsters? I think I need to set them loose, loose, loose. Get my shit out. Where are these lazy ass Teamsters? Are you motherfuckers on strike? There you go. Get the lead out of your ass. God damn. What do I think about shoplifting? Is it revolutionary? If you got to do it to survive, by all means, do it. It's just and good to steal from the rich. There is nothing wrong with stealing from the rich. I encourage it. You should do it. I sometimes wonder about the fact that you talk to me as if I won't sever your head from your body. I'll come back to you later, Tropico. Oh, that's my regime. Will it fail or will it survive? I don't know. I guess we'll see later. Let's see what else is going on in the world while I have you guys here. Oh, let me drag this over here. No, keep you here. Fuck it. Yes, you missed it, but I'll probably play it again tomorrow if I get time. Let's see. Oh, hey, it's me. So, yeah, like I said, Israel is currently staging a massive incursion into the West Bank, and hopefully the brothers and sisters out there will give them the freshest of hell. Because, like I said at the beginning, Israel doesn't just want some of Palestine, it wants all of Palestine. And fuck everybody who makes these trolley problem means. Blow the motherfucker up, okay? The trolley is not a thing, it does not have to exist. It only exists because you continue to allow it to exist. Get your RPG, get your Panja Shrek, get your whatever, and get rid of the fucking trolley. Like, why would you like this is not a question of sacrificing different groups of people. Okay? You shouldn't want anybody to be sacrificed. Also, fuck Mehdi Hassan. To those who still make excuses for Hamas's actions on October 7th, a reminder that okay, bro, this guy's an Uncle Tom. Like, I don't trust anybody that shares his shit anymore. He's an Uncle Tom. Rafat Al-Arir literally hated this guy. Like, it's amazing. Rafat's ghost continues to haunt our discourse. Rafat couldn't stand this guy. He couldn't stand Uncle Tom Palestinians. Rafat was a revolutionary in the tradition of Malcolm X. This guy is a revolutionary in the tradition of fucking C. Dolores Tucker. Yes, I am a big Public Enemy fan. I don't wear shirts with things that I do not like. Let's see what stupid questions you all have asked. They actually weren't all that stupid. You all behaved yourselves tonight. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. The discussion about Sardinian special nasty cheese aside, but hey, what are you going to do? I did the worst British accent some of you have ever heard. Anyways, it was a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow if I'm not slumped over in a ditch dead after work somewhere. Peace.